Hello everyone, it's Twin Flame Tarot and we're gonna have a pick a pile reading today. What's going on in your love life right now? So I've got 3 piles for you today. This is pile number 1 with White Sage Tarot. Pile number 2, this one with Wild Unknown Tarot, and pile number 3, Deviant Moon Tarot. So please make your choice and I will see you on your reading in a moment. Hello, pile number 1, everyone who have chosen White Sage Tarot, then it's gonna be your reading. We'll have a look what's going on in your love life right now. I'm gonna use this tarot deck and few oracle decks for you today. So what's going on in your love life? Where you at? 7 of Wands in reverse, crossed by 2 of Wands. Your focus is 10 of Swords. Recent past, Page of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse in your strength. Queen of Wands in reverse, nearest future. How you should approach is 6 of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse, energies that surround you, might not be aware of them. Yep. King of Pentacles in reverse, your hopes and fears. And 2 of Swords in reverse as possible outcome. Quite a bit of choices for you here. So let's have a look what we've got on from the Romance Angels Oracles. Pile number 2. So many 3 queens, 1 king, interesting. Worth waiting for, divine timing as at work in your love life. From the Island Time Wellness, we've got karmic relationship, feeling triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. Not surprised, there are too people here, I would say. 2 people. Let's have a look what we've got from the Soul's Journey for you. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That is a beautiful card. And from Moonology. Oh. You and your loved ones are safe. So straight away we've got too many characters here. We've got Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and King of Pentacles. But they're all in reverse. So and there is a need for choice, and it involves a lot of waiting and a lot of confusion and a lot of pain. So it feels like someone here is being ripped into different places, into different pieces, separate pieces. So you're right now as at 7 of Wands and 2 of Wands. This waiting is really wearing you out, and you don't have enough determination, I would say, at this point. And this pain that this waiting and this indecision is causing you just brings a lot of pain, and you close to give up on this. But yeah, this you're at the one's energies here. You might be a fire sign, but in the nearest future we have Queen of Wands, which is telling me that this is you from now. You just getting just losing your power in all this waiting game. And just be cautious about going deep into your shadow side, because actually Queen of Wands, she is very spiritual. She has the moon above her crown chakra. She is very connected to the spirit, and she is very spiritual and very independent, very strong person. But in reverse, she could get, when she's pissed off, let's say, she can use her power not for the best, I would say. So if you're involved in the relationship where there are too many people in your relationship, I want you to be aware not to get triggered, because there is karmic relationship brings a lot of turmoil, and if you will be too sucked into this situation, you will not only start losing your power, but you will start to embody the energies of people who are dealing with their karma right now. You really don't need it. You need to stay in your power. I understand that it's very painful, all this situation, but here 6 of Wands suggests to give up on on your ego. And Queen of Pentacles here for me is not only because there is a lot of people, but also you need to come off the 3D reality on practical, not to stop looking at the situation from the point of ego, because 6 of Wands is ego as well, but also to get more into spiritual understanding and realizing of the situation and what you're going through, because this will allow you to grow and to expand. You see how colors here, if you're giving up on ego, you will get growth and expand your consciousness and awareness. But for now, you really need to let go of practicality. Stop looking at the situation as society usually looks at it, because you're on your spiritual path, and it's your personal spiritual journey, and you know that every situation that you being pushed into or you find yourself in, it happens for the sake of your growth. So this is the suggestion. And in the recent past, there was quite a movement, but very, you might be dealing here with a fire sign or with air sign as well. Could be. there's too many people, could be anything. Anyway, but the movement was not very mature. Page of Swords, it's probably, it still was staying on a distance and didn't come forwards and was just watching you. These two cards reminds you that this, whatever happens right now, your soul partner, your soul connection wouldn't go anywhere. It's worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work. Now you need to work on your growth, on your expansion, and your beloved are safe. So no worries about it. Relax and work on your, through your stuff. These energies that surround you might not be aware is the Queen of Cups in reverse, would be a karmic partner, probably quite emotionally manipulative, probably one of the water signs. Yeah, a lot of reversals here. What you're worried about is Knight of Pentacles, no movement, that everything will stay stagnant. But you should remember that divine timing is at work. When it feels like nothing is happening, actually there is a lot more happening behind the curtains that you might be aware of, and this confusion of yours will dissolve in time, because as an outcome we've got Two of Swords in reverse. Isn't it the same moon? If you can see here, that might bring you a bit of confusion in the nearest future. In long term, I mean long term, not years, yeah, but I would say within couple weeks, few weeks, you will come out of this confusion and you will understand what it was for, that everything had its own reason. I understand that right now this all this situation, this waiting causes a lot of heart pain, and this confusion on also not only in your head, but your heart is just ripping to pieces probably. Not only your mind is all over the place, but this whole situation is gonna be resolved in divine timing, and everything is going under divine order. So, suggestion for you right now regarding this karmic situation that you or your partner is going through right now. It was like that. I don't know why it's straight. Yeah, too many queens here. Anyway, all of this will become clear, and right now what you should dedicate your time, your energy and effort is your growth and expansion of your awareness. This is what I've got for you, pile number 1. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Everyone who have chosen Wild Unknown Tarot, this would be your reading. Let's have a look what's going on in your love life right now. Let's have a look. You, the world in reverse, interesting to start with, crossed by Mother of Cups. Okay. Your focus is Seven of Swords, Father of Wands, which is King of Wands in the recent past. Your strength is your strength. Surprise, surprise. Nearest future is Six of Wands in reverse. Suggested approach is the Lovers. Energies that aware you might not be, that surround you might not be aware, is Ten of Swords. What your hopes and fears is the Hangman. And let's try to fit everything in here. And Two of Wands is possible outcome. So from the Romance Angels, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. From the Island Home Wellness, ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for the union. From the Moonology, time to give rather than take. And from the Soul's Journey, wow. Failure. Understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So there is a Leo, you might be a water sign, might be dealing with a fire sign. Leo especially coming strongly in here, but a lot of Gemini as well, but a lot of fiery energy and air energy. Anyway, I feel from this that you're much stronger, that you think. You wouldn't let the situation to end up. You've got too much love in here. You've got a lot of caring and loving energy to share with the other person. So you wouldn't let it end up. Wouldn't give up on this. And your strength and suggested approach is the Lovers. So despite in the nearest future you've got Six of Wands, with this failure, understand that mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And Six of Wands is, should have been butterfly who ascended and came above all this mess and the energy that surrounds you. It's very painful what you got to go through. But in reverse, it's like butterfly is going to be trapped in these wands. But regardless of all of that, you seem like a very very strong person to go through it and just be strong for yourself and for the connection, preparing for the union. Yes, and for the union, it's like I feel like you really understand it deep in yourself, that mistakes, yes, it might take you down at times. You might roll in a little ball, and Seven of Swords is usually sneaking away, and you want to just close off from the situation. And but it's if you're thinking about giving up, it's for a very short period of time, like a day probably maximum. But then you're finding strength again, and with every difficulty that you're going through, you just here is it, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase. And every time you're learning to overtake these obstacles and difficulties that you're facing again and again on your journey, it's easier and easier for you to overcome them. You might be fire sign, I don't know. I feel like you're so strong, or you might have a really strong fire in your chart, because I feel like this is like Father of Wands, King of Wands, he's usually very independent. He's getting what he wants. He's very strong. He's very and yes, very fiery energy. I don't know, from this decisiveness, although you have fire and you have water, you have a lot of love, and it's very caring, very nurturing love, feelings that you've got for another person. Your hopes and fears is really this I don't know, I feel like she's flying, and the bat, if it's not hanging upside down, it should be flying. And I feel like you're really learning a lot through this journey, but you probably at times you worried to go deep into yourself, hesitating if you would be able to come out from this stagnation period. Probably will hang for too long and wouldn't be able to fly again above all the problems that you've got. And I feel like this time is it's a time to give rather than take. I feel like you have a lot of empowerment, you have a lot of love, really unconditional love, and you're giving a lot. And you really learned to, and because of that, you're really ascending and you're moving the union forward. There is a bit more waiting involved. I hate hearing this when someone reads for me, but this is the path that you're building, and I don't know, it's like chakras aligning and leading you to your goal. Yeah, a bit more waiting, but I feel like Let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. I think you learn to do it. And this. Beautiful, isn't it? Not all the cards are colorful in this deck, but this path, really, this waiting, this path is leading to this rainbow here. Lovely. Where you can... Oh, will make me cry. Where you can actually fly above everything. Just like these two are flying. Way beautiful. I love it. That's what I've got for you, pile number 2. I hope it resonates, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3 and everyone who have chosen Deviant Moon Tarot. So this would be your reading. Let's have a look what's going on in your love life right now. Why? Flying. So I'm shuffling just now. I didn't pre-shuffle anything. And we'll get cards as they come out. Okay, you is as 8 of Swords and crossed by the Fool. Love it. Your focus is 7 of Swords, Queen of Swords in reverse in recent past, Knight of Swords in your lot of Swords. Are we dealing with air here? Knight of Swords as your strength, 4 of Wands in the nearest future, in reverse, sorry. Suggested approach is the Death in reverse. Energies that surround you and you might not be aware, the Moon in reverse. Let's move it a little bit. Hopes and fears, 10 of Wands. And the Emperor in reverse as the possible outcome. Interesting. So, from the Romance Angels, retreat. It's time to disconnect. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. What's happening there? Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. From the Moonology, 2 came out. It's time to release negativity, and the end of tough cycle is approaches. Yeah, too many cards here. I need to fit them in somehow. Yep. Yep. And from the Soul's Journey. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So interesting. What I feel straight away from here is that you're either air sign here, which is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But you really want a new beginning. You want to step into the unknown. But you all in your head, and there is a lot of just surrounded with swords, which is all your mental activity, I would say. The mentality is you're analyzing a lot, and it brings a lot of heaviness. So what's interesting here is that you understand that you're trapped by your negative thinking, and they just trap you. But it feels like, you see, I always read this card as the moon is being trapped in illusions. With this card in reverse, it's releasing from any illusions. You are trying to release yourself from any illusions and probably sabotaging thoughts. The energies that surround you might not be aware is, as soon as you allow this transformation to happen, this death to happen, you will come out with all these swords from your head, and I hope connect with your heart again. You really need to go on a retreat. You really need to disconnect from the world. Basically, you need to disconnect from thinking and overthinking the situation, because all your negative thinking is only putting you further and further away from the union. And in the nearest future, you're not coming closer to the union because of the negative thinking. You can't even take leap of faith. How can you get to the union? And even if the leap of faith is not something that you could do, but you expect it from the other person, but the energy that you embody, it affects them as well, because you're exchanging the energy with your person. And all this negative thinking is not allowing this to happen, to take a leap of faith towards the union. So we're not going this way. We're not doing that. We don't need it. This also could be that this negative thinking could be a part of embodying some kind of karmic energy in your environment, or in the environment of your person. Quite harsh words being spoken, which are painful, because her sword is covered in blood. So that's in the recent past. And this is what you're trying to release, and you're gonna release it. Because right now, the happiness that this situation is bringing you is really burdens you. But with the Ten of Swords, it's fears, this fear of this burden, but you're also hoping and fear to release it, if it would have been in reversed. You just can't take any more of your thoughts. You can't take any more thinking. And your strength at points is decisiveness. But really, if it goes like that, for me, all of that should just go. Need to come out from your head. And it's time to release negativity. This all thinking brings a lot of heaviness and a lot of negativity, as we see with Ten of Swords here. And this tough cycle is gonna, you're approaching the end of it. I feel like with all of that, you're really grieving a lot over the situation, with all this heaviness and all this burden. But as you see yourself releasing it, you will appreciate you will become stronger, and for that you will appreciate the lessons that the destiny and the universe gave you, so that you could become a better version of yourself, you could become stronger, and you really will admire how far did you go on your journey through these lessons. I feel like with the sunglasses, this is either you or your person watching, looking, stalking, and it make you or them trying to analyze the situation, trying to find out what the other person is doing, and from that get some kind of perception with what here as well, perception of the feelings of the other party. But actually, when I love saying that, or what you see on the socials, or what you finding out from other people, might far away from the real feelings of the person. They might try to look happy, or opposite, to look really sad, but and in pain, but really you can't charge anyone's feelings through socials. So, as the possible outcome, we have the Emperor. And sometimes I do these very similar images here of the Emperor and of the horse. So I always feel like Emperor is killing his little ego here. And it's also number 4, the number of stability. So you're not getting into this stable and empowered mode just yet, but you really need to aim for it and try to go as far as you come out of sorrow of losing something, of even the momentum. And this came out as reversed. So the end of tough cycle can be reached when you decided to. And if the Emperor is straight or reverse, is depends on you. If you will allow this transformation to happen. But you really, what you should do is to retreat, to try and, I don't know, walk more, connect to the nature. Just try to come out from your head as much as possible and to connect to the divine. Then it will allow you to release all the burden and all the heaviness and all the self-sabotaging illusions that you've got. Because what you think is what you're creating and manifesting. Emperor can get what he wants. Always. And it is brought to him. He's not going to get it. But in reverse, when he's probably manipulative, demanding, aggressive, and quite a negative character, I would say, in this story. He could attract negativity into his life. So be careful of what you're putting into the world. And I hope that you will manage to go on retreat and release all these thoughts and thinking and let the transformation happen. So that's what I've got for you, pile number 3. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.